Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. Before we get any further, I do want to give a big thank you to Novo Ovo for sponsoring today's video, along with sending over some brand new products for me to try out. So they sent over some full cover nail tips and also some crazy extreme dual forms. So I want to share all three of these, the dual forms and the nail tips. But in today's video, I will only be using the full cover nail tips. But because I am going to be showing the dual forms, I want it to be up to you guys whether or not I try to attempt using them on my channel. And the reason I said attempt, you will see in just a second. But if you guys want me to try the dual forms, be sure to comment down below, because I am letting it up to you guys whether or not you want to see that type of video. It is more or less just going to be a fun style video, just because the dual forms are pretty extreme, and you guys will see that in just a second here. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with showing the dual forms that Novo Ovo sent over, and then I will end off with showing the full cover nail tips. And the full cover nail tips, that is what I'm going to be applying and using in today's video. So let's go ahead. We have 2 boxes of dual forms here. So opening up the first box, we have the Novo Ovo tip number stickers, like in all of their nail tip boxes. You can then just apply this. That way it's easier to find the sizes. And then hold on, look at this. Oh my goodness. Like, this is so extreme. Oh my. I feel like these would be so fun to try out. These are dual forms, so you can use them with polygel. I've also seen people use dual forms with acrylic though too. But these are crazy. They are intense. They're long. If you love long nails, I think this nail shape is also like a Russian coffin or a Russian almond. But these are incredible, guys. Like, oh my goodness. They have a beautiful, like, sculpted look, and then it comes down on the sides. This is just crazy. Oh my goodness. This is insane. On the dual form, there also are some markers. So there's little, I would call these like French tip markers, which is actually really nice. I don't know if I've seen like dual forms like that, but you would be able to like create like a French tip. I think that's really cool. And then there's also a line going down the center, and that's just to help so you can get it like perfectly on your nail. And then there also is the size. This one is the largest size, and it is a size 0. So again, these are intense. If you love a good long claw, these are gonna be for you. Crazy. So these were one of the dual forms that they sent over to me. And then we have the next dual forms. If you thought those first ones were crazy, just wait until you see these. So we also have the tip number stickers. That way you can number your box. And then just look at this. Oh my goodness. This is why I'm letting the decision up to you guys, because I don't know if this is something you guys want to see or not. I would love to play around with it though. Now, of course, this would be a super unrealistic nail set for me to wear, because like this is just crazy. I feel like this is more personally, me looking at these dual forms, I would think that these are just kind of like to play around with and using more like artistic skills and creativity and just having fun with it versus actually doing a realistic everyday nail set. If you can wear these nails on a day-to-day basis, oh my goodness, you deserve like so much props, because I know I could not. This would just be crazy. But the way it comes down on the sides like that, it almost gives off like a wing, like a butterfly wing in my mind. I don't know, that's just what I'm thinking with these. But these are also dual forms. They do have that straight line going down the center, and then also like the little guides for, I'm gonna say like a French tip. And then the largest size again is the size 0. Wow. These are insane. Oh my gosh. I think this would just be incredible to play around with. So those are the 2 dual forms that Novo Ovo sent over to me. I do want to give a big thank you to them. And again, if you guys want to see either of these or both of these, go ahead and comment down below, because I'm letting it up to you guys. I don't want to do a video on these if it's not something you guys are going to want to watch. But if it is, then let me know, and then we will have fun with it, and we'll be like super creative and just try out these different doll forms. So now let's actually move on to the nail tips that are a little bit more realistic here, and the ones I'm going to be using on my channel today to do my nail set. So again, we do have the number stickers. Love how these are included. That way you can number your nail tips and make it a lot easier for when it comes to sizing out your nail tips. So here is just the tip box, just your standard tip box here. And then we have the nail tips. And the nail tips are their XXL straight, sharp, square. And these are beautiful. I tried their I think it was their sharp, square, curved or slightly curved. These ones do not have any curve to them. Another thing I am noticing, they are on the flatter side. So if you like flatter nail tips, these are definitely for you. But if you like a more sculpted or a like apex nail tip, these probably are not going to be for you just because they don't have much sculpt to them. They are a lot more flat. But don't worry, Novo Ovo also offers like instant apex nails. I've also tried those out on my channel and I have really liked them. So just wanted to mention that just because I'm noticing right off the bat, these are a much flatter nail tip. But I do know that people like flat nail tips as well. Not everybody loves that like full on sculpted apex look. So that's completely fine. In a super like previous video, I did use very similar ones to these, and they were slightly curved. I really like those, but I really love these. I'm not a huge fan of like that curved or very exaggerated nail. I do love my long nails, but curvy nails just are not really for me, even though I did like them. I love these ones more just because they are just a basic square shape, and they're the exact same. They have the same guidelines. You can cut the nail tip down. I hope the guidelines are picking up on camera, but it has guidelines going across the nail so you can clip the length. They also have the French tip guidelines. That way you can create that perfect French tip. And then there's also a line going down the center that helps you get that perfect straight nail placement. These are beautiful. Another thing, the quality. I always talk about Novo Ovo having amazing quality nail tips. Just take a look at that free edge. Like that free edge is thick. She is thick. Oh my goodness. Like very great material. Like I cannot bend this nail tip and then say it was on. Like I can't bend the tip either. It is very, very strong. For the cuticle area is actually much thinner, and it is also bendable, making it more flexible and allowing for a more comfort fit when it comes to actually applying the nail tip. And then another thing I noticed, there is a little bit of pre-etching on the underside of this nail tip, but I feel like it isn't much. So if you do etch your nail tips, I would still definitely recommend etching just because there really isn't much pre-etched surface on this nail tip. But nonetheless, these are beautiful. I also love the length, but I also love how it comes with those little guidelines to where you can clip down the length. And of course, you don't even need to follow those guidelines. You can clip it down even further if you want to. So previously, when I tried these, but the slightly curved version, I wanted to do the French tips using the French tip guidelines, but I kind of just messed up and I wasn't really too focused on it. This time around, we're going to take advantage of these French tip guidelines, and I'm actually going to be pre-painting my gel extensions before actually applying them. You may be wondering like, oh my goodness, stop right there, don't do that. But don't worry, I am going to do it the correct way, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm actually leaving the area where I'm applying the nail tip to my natural nail using the gel. I'm gonna leave that transparent to be able to fully cure. I may leave it clear, but I may also add like a jelly transparent nude. I haven't completely decided what I want to do yet, but definitely we are going to pre-paint these. We're going to pre-paint some French tips, and we're going to be following the beautiful French tip guidelines that are on these nail tips. So I'm really excited to try these out. Like I said, I love the length. I also love how sharp of a square they are. I love a good sharp square. So these are just beautiful nail tips. Definitely recommend them. Unless, of course, you don't like the super flat nail tips, then I would recommend the Novo Ovo Instant Apex or Tip-X nails, just because they are more sculpted and have that beautiful apex to them. So we're going to be using these today, and like I said, we're pre-painting our gel extensions before applying them. This is really a great little hack, and what makes it even better is that these nail tips already have those guidelines, so that just makes it 10 times better. So again, I do want to give a big thank you to Novo Ovo for sponsoring today's video. And then I also just want to give a big thank you for sending over the 2 different dual forms and also the nail tips. I'm really excited to try out the nail tips. And then of course, again, if you guys want me to try the dual forms, be sure to leave a comment below. So I will have the 2 dual forms and the Novo Ovo nail tips linked down below in the description box. You guys can pick these up from Amazon. I also highly recommend checking out the other Novo Ovo nail tips and like dual forms that they do offer. They have a bunch. I've also tried a lot on my channel, so I will try to link some of those videos up in the cards so you can check those out. And then also definitely recommend checking out Novo Ovo. They are a great brand, and you can also purchase their products from Amazon. So for my nail art and like nail design today, I am going to be using this brand new Charm Gel collection from Daily Charm. You guys know I love Daily Charm, and they recently just launched this new Rainbow Silk Cat Eye collection. It does include 6 different cat eye colors, and I love me a good cat eye, and this collection was just so beautiful. When I saw it on the website, I just had to pick it up. So I do quickly just want to show all 6 colors. Another thing I do want to mention, this is a brand new collection. I don't know if it is still available or if it did sell out yet, but definitely recommend getting your hands on it, because I quickly opened this up and just glanced at one color before I started this video, and I really needed to take a seat because it was gorgeous. I loved that it's a cat eye, but the best part about these gels is they're hollow. Like, oh my goodness, a hollow cat eye, that is incredible. I'm so happy that they came out with this collection. I also do have a discount code with Daily Charm. That code is Nailedbybrandi, and you can use that code. It's an unlimited discount code to save money on your Daily Charm purchases. It really does mean a lot to me when you use my code, because I do earn a small commission. So it really does help me out. Another thing, if they have a greater discount, be sure to use that. And then if you still want to support me, you can just shop through my affiliate link. So like I said, 6 colors in this collection. They're cat eye and they're hollow. So pretty awesome. Let's go ahead, open these all up and take a look. The first one here is E15. Another thing about Charm Gels is they come in a 15 ml bottle, which I love because it is a full size. I hope the camera's gonna do justice to these gels. But trust me, when you see these, if you pick up this collection and you see these gels in person, the hollow is just going to be insane. I hope, again, the camera is going to do justice. I don't know how well it's going to pick up that hollow, but yes, these are cat eye, so you could also like move it around. Let me actually go ahead and grab a magnet just so we can like play around a little. So I went ahead and grabbed a magnet here, and yes, you can see that movement. Oh wait, I wasn't really holding it in frame too well. So there is movement there, and it is gorgeous. Now, of course, it being on the brush, it's a little hard to show, but once you actually we're gonna use probably 5 of the 6 gels doing a different French tip color. The next one is E16, and this one is a beautiful orange. Again, the hollow, oh my goodness. It is just so perfect. It's so like dainty, I want to say, because it's like so fine, but when you see that hollow, it's gorgeous. These would look beautiful under flash and also in the sunlight. This would be a good like collection for summer if you love your cat eyes, just because the extra added hollow, it's just going to be that beautiful extra pop. The next one here was E17, and this one I would say, I don't know, it's like, I thought it was gonna be a yellow if I'm being for real, but I think it's more of like a nude tan color. Really pretty though, almost like maybe even like a beige color if you wanna call it, since the name is Booyah Beige. The next color is E18, and this one is a green. Ooh, loving this green. Something about green cat eyes, they tend to always draw my eye. I do really like a green color, and this is more of a minty green, which I really like. The next one is E19, and is this gonna be, yes, a blue? Oh my goodness, I love me my blues. So this blue is very, very pretty. Oh, so pretty. And lastly, we have E20. Love the name, bomb.com, that's so cute. And this one is a purple. So pretty. I think my favorite is going to be the blue, purple, and green, but I do love the entire collection. Just, I am more so of a blue and purple girly, and then that green, that one just really stood out to me. So I am going to be using this Charm Gel collection in today's nail set. I'll be using these cat eyes to actually do the French tip part for the nails. And like I said, we are going to pre-design our full cover nail tips before actually applying them, and I'll walk through that entire process with you all, because yes, it definitely is possible. You can design your gel extensions, full cover nail tips, and then you can still apply them using gel. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're gonna have to get the nail tips sized out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop them on some nail stands to make things easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these sized out, and first I'm just going to place them on my little palette here, and then I'll put them onto the nail stands. Perfect, got these all sized out. Now I have my nail stands. Don't judge the sticky tack. These nail stands have been through it, but now I'm just going to go ahead and pop the nail tips onto the nail stands, and this is just gonna make things easier for like the pre-designing process. So now that I have the full cover nail tips sized out and I have them onto the nail stands, we are ready to draw on the French tips and get these pre-designed before applying them. Now, of course, you can apply these before applying like the French tip or whatever nail art you want to do, but I just think it's going to be a lot easier to do the French tip first and then go ahead and get these applied, especially because with the French tip, I'm keeping the part of the nail that is going to use the gel to adhere to my natural nail. That's still going to be transparent and clear, so I'm not going to need to worry about that. So why not take the easier route out and draw on our French tips first. So again, with these nails, they do have the lines. I don't know how well they're picking up on camera, but in person, you can definitely see the lines. And there are 3 French tip guidelines. I am going to be using the middle one here, and actually the sticky tag makes it a little bit more difficult to see, but I am still going to be able to see it just fine. And this is really just going to help get that perfect French. So I do have my art line brush here, and this is from Daily Charm. And then I also pulled out 5 of the cat eye gel polishes, and just look at these colors. So pretty. I am going to be using 5 of the 6, a different color on each of the nails. And I'm just going to go in with my liner brush, create that smile line. And then once I do have the smile line drawn on, I'll go in with the regular gel polish brush to fill in the rest of the space, just because these nail tips are larger. And then I am also going to be taking my cat eye magnet and going on the sides just to pull out that sparkle and really get that magnetic effect, because these are cat eyes. And then I will go ahead and pop it into the nail lamp to cure. There really isn't much to explain throughout this process, so I am just going to go ahead and let it play out. But I'm hoping that these guidelines are easy to follow and just make doing these French tips a little bit easier. I have a feeling that it is going to be, just because you basically already have that smile line on the nail. Really, all you have to do is trace it with your gel polish, fill it in, and then you have a beautiful French tip. Another thing that I really like is all the French tips are going to be the exact same if you follow the exact same guideline on all of the nails. So I'm just going to go ahead and start here. I dipped into the gel polish, and then I'm going to follow that guideline. And then, like I said, once I have the smile line complete, I will go ahead and just take the regular gel polish brush to just fill in the rest of the French tip. So with this first French tip, I did notice this cat eye is a little bit sheer, so I am actually going to build it up and do 2 coats. So for my first coat, what I'm actually going to do is take the Ninja Star magnet, the rectangular end, and just demagnetize the cat eye gel. Then I'll cure, and then for the second coat, that's when I'll go in on like the sides of the nail and just really bring out that shine and sparkle, just like that. But for the first coat, just to have a buildable layer, I'm just gonna go ahead and take that rectangular magnet and go over the top to demagnetize the nail. So here are the nails after I have the French tips drawn on, and these turned out beautiful. I love these cat eye gel polishes. Right now, they're not looking the best just because they are on the nail stands. Once I actually pop these off, they are going to look a lot better, but that blue sticky tack kind of interferes a little bit. But these are gorgeous, and pre-painting these was definitely the way to go. And I'm so happy with the French tip guidelines. It really made it super easy. Another thing, I did do 2 coats of the cat eye. I went in with the first coat, I demagnetized, I cured, and then I went in with the second coat, and then I used the magnet on the sides of the nail to just really bring out that sparkle and really get that magnetic effect. These are so beautiful, and now we need to go in with our nude gel polish. So I actually did do a test nail. I painted on the nude that I wanted to use, and I knew this was like a transparent jelly nude, so I was pretty sure that it was going to be fine, but I wanted to still do a test nail. So I painted on the gel, and then I put the glue gel on the underside, and I actually held it like this under my flash cure light as if I was doing a flash cure with the nail tip on my natural nail. And that gel cured just fine. I didn't have any issues. I did my normal flash cure, and then I popped it into the nail lamp like this, just like if it were actually on my natural nail. And that gel cured just fine because this colored gel, it isn't fully opaque. It has that transparent look to it. So because of this test, I'm now going to actually go in and apply the nude to these nails before we actually even apply them. So basically, I'm creating some custom press-ons, and then we're going to be able to apply them using gel. So this is a really cool hack to be able to pre-paint your gel extensions before applying them. And if you're ever wondering like if the gel is too opaque or if the light will be able to reach through, you can always try a test nail like this. I recently just tried this today, and I thought it was a really good idea to be able to see if the gel was jelly enough for the light to actually reach through and cure. So that gel is J05, and this, again, it's like a very beautiful nude shade from Daily Charm. I really love this one, and I want to use it for the nail bed color. So I think what I'm going to do is just try my best to stay in the lines, and then I'll go over the French tip a little bit, and then what I'll do is just take my cleanup brush and clean it up off of the French tip. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it, and also get like a seamless transition between the nude polish and the French tip. So just like I did there, and then I'm going to take my cleanup brush, and we're just going to clean up along the French tip, trying to keep the nude polish in the nail bed area, and then removing the nude polish from the cat eye French tip. I think this is going to be the easiest way, and then if necessary, I will go in with the liner brush just to add in any nude polish if necessary, and then I will go ahead and cure, and I'm just going to be repeating this to all of the nails. If you are wondering why I didn't just apply the nude gel polish first, the reason for that is because of the French tip guidelines. If you watched my last video where I used these nail tips and they were the slightly curved version, and I went ahead, used the nude first, and I thought it was going to be okay because the nude, like I said, it is more of like a jelly nude, but it still kind of did disguise the French tip guidelines quite a bit. So this time around, I just wanted to try a different method by doing the French tips first, and then actually going in and going in with the French tip. So here are how the nails are looking after I have the nude gel polish applied, and I did go in with 2 coats of that nude. Now, to my eye, I am noticing that the layers kind of break up a little bit, like separate, like the nude. I can tell that I applied it after I did the French tip, and I'm just not really liking that. So to just blend these two together a little bit, I have decided that I'm going to take another charm gel, H61, and this is a holographic glitter charm gel. And it's just a silver holographic, and I thought this one would be perfect to just go in, draw on the smile line. That way it helps to combine the 2 layers and almost like camouflage the little imperfection that my eye is drawn to, since I didn't go in with the nude polish on the entire nail and then do the French tip. So I think this is just going to really help, and I'm going to do this to all of the nails, just drawing on that near the, like, for the smile line, drawing on this glitter gel. So here are the nails after I have that silver glitter applied. I'm now going to wipe these down with a lint-free wipe and some rubbing alcohol, and then I'm going to file the free edge, and then I am going to go in with my top coat and cure. Here are the nails after I have them all pre-designed and they are ready to be applied. These turned out absolutely beautiful. I am obsessed. And I'm just going to apply these just like I would any other full cover nail tip, but these are already pre-designed. So I'm just going to apply them and then they are good to go. So because these are pre-colored, I am going to be doing a little bit of a longer flash cure, just like I generally would with any other pre-colored nail tip. And then I will also be doing a full 60-second cure in my large full powered nail lamp, just to be sure everything is fully cured. But again, I did do the test with the gel to be sure that it was going to fully cure, and I didn't have any issues with that test nail. So I'm not going to have any issues with applying these either. I just need to be sure that I am doing that extended curing time just to allow the light to be able to reach through and fully cure that gel. The light does reach through the pre-coloring, but because it is pre-colored instead of being clear, it just takes a little bit longer. So I just want to be sure that I'm doing that extended cure time. So I'm just going in with my glue gel, applying that to the nail tip, doing my flash cure. I will repeat the process to all of the other nails, and then I will go into my large full powered nail lamp, like I said, and do my full 60-second cure. That way I can ensure that the gel is fully cured. And here are the nails after I have them applied and cured. These nails are literally perfection. I love them so much. I'm now going to go in with my cuticle oil. I'm going to apply this to my cuticles, rub that in to nourish them. And of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finishing look for these nails. Like I said, they are so perfect. I love how they turned out. They were also so easy to do since I was able to pre-design them before actually applying them onto my natural nails. This is a great hack, especially for your non-dominant hand. That way you don't need to worry. I am right-handed, so that's why I'm always doing my left hand, just because it is easier for me. And when it comes to doing the nails on my right hand using my left, it is much more complicated. So this hack would be perfect for that, to be able to get both hands done, both hands looking absolutely flawless. I also love these nail tips. They also are not even that flat. Yes, they are on the flatter side, but once I had the gel applied, I feel like they do look very natural still and not super flat like I was expecting them. Now, of course, they are not sculpted. They don't have that apex, so definitely still keep that in mind, but they are not super flat looking, which I do really like once you actually have the gel polish applied. So that's really nice. I love the nail tips. The French tip guidelines were a lifesaver. And then also these cat eye gel polishes from Daily Charm, also so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I don't think the camera's doing justice. And sadly, it is a rainy day outside, no sun, so I won't be able to show these in the sun, but they are gorgeous, and trust me, that hollow in these cat eye gels, it is just so, so pretty. All of the products that I did use today will be linked down below in the description box in case you guys do want to pick anything up for yourselves. Also, don't forget, if you want me to try those dual forms that I did share in the beginning of the video, drop a comment. That way I know you guys do want to see a video. I really hope you all did enjoy today's video, but as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.